This came out yesterday, and this caused a little fear about Google's quantum computing chip. Now, this has been asked forever, since 2017, since I started this channel in 2017. People have asked me about like, oh, what about quantum computers? What about one day when quantum computers can crack Bitcoin's, SHA-256 code, right? What will happen then? Well, I mean, if quantum computers got that good, it'll be used to crack like nuclear codes and banking codes and, broker codes, and it could crack anything. Even though this is a monumental achievement for humanity, given the right task, this quantum computer chip can solve what the top supercomputer can't solve in 10 quadrillion years or something like that. It's a monumental achievement, right? But it can only solve things it's like a very specific thing. So basically, bottom line is it's nowhere near the power required to crack Bitcoin's encryption. We're nowhere near that, okay? And it's nowhere near the power to crack any kind of encryption at this point, right? And it doesn't mean that we can't create defenses to protect against quantum computing hacking either. And that's what David Marcus is actually asking, and Elon is agreeing in this thread, right? So there are people that's always thinking about that, and yeah, that could be a thing, but as of right now, we're far away from that. So it's not an issue as of right now, but it is a very monumental thing that we have created. This quantum computer chip that actually can error correct the more qubits it throws at it. So that's actually pretty cool. Anyways, Eric Trump predicts Bitcoin will hit $1 million, praises scarcity. Okay, we already knew that, but that's good. Riot Platforms and Mara both are following Saylor's footsteps now. They're both miners, and they just keep on offering notes now for billions and buying more Bitcoin, right? Despite keeping everything they're mining, they're buying more Bitcoins now. So, I mean, again, the scarcity factor is real. Any dip is our friend. Dips are gifts. That's all you have to know. Dips, friends. Dips, gifts. That's it. Really that simple. Vancouver proposes Bitcoin adoption to fight inflation. That's awesome. I also saw a headline saying Russia is proposing to make a strategic reserve for Bitcoin too, following the US footsteps. This is something that I've already talked about. Everyone wants a piece, right? Everyone wants a piece. We still have this to go. Anyone that's worried about right now, okay, you're not going to remember it. When we break through 100, when we break through 110, when we break through 150, when we break through 200, you're not going to remember the shakeout day anymore. We're going to have a lot more days. We always will, but we're just going to keep on doing this, guys. All right? The fundamentals of Bitcoin continues to get better. The supply shock continues to increase, and adoption continues to get more and more. It's that simple. Meme coins are not doing well. Yeah, whenever there's like any little kind of weakness, right now meme coins are not doing well because mostly it's just retail. Retails have the weakest hand. So whenever there's any kind of weakness, of course, what does retail do? Retail dumps, right? Retails go dump what first? Meme coins first. So that's no surprise. Floki releases some kind of no-fee crypto debit card. I doubt anyone's going to ever use that. And then Jupiter is approving another huge 860 million airdrop. That's pretty cool. A lot of people made a lot of money from the very first Jupiter airdrop. So maybe a lot of people are going to make a lot of money from the second airdrop. Or this might be this third airdrop. No, I think it's the second airdrop. The ETFs, they're always positive now. Like, you would figure that, you know, the last few days, the ETFs would have negative. They would have outflows, but that's not the case. The last few days have been inflows, even yesterday. Yesterday, BlackRock took in 400 million. Overall net inflow was close to 500 million. Despite yesterday being a pretty negative day for Bitcoin, you still have a positive 500 million inflow. How does that make sense? Well, think about it, right? Who's buying? Who's buying behind the scenes? Who's buying the OTC market, right? Whenever you have these big dips happen, who's buying? It's all these big boys. So maybe they're the ones that's causing this. Maybe they're the ones that are pulling the strings. If you think about it, whenever you don't know who's behind something, you just think about who's benefiting the most, right? That's usually the people that's behind it. So who's benefiting the most? Who's actually acquiring the most Bitcoin at this point, right? The ETFs are, BlackRock is for sure. I don't know about Sailor because Sailor always seems to buy at the top. So I don't know about Sailor, but man, these guys are just buying at an unstoppable rate at this point. So that's why I've been saying, any dip is our friend right now. Any dip is our friend, right? Bitcoin has proven that it can go beyond 100,000. We were just at 104,000. We have broken 100,000 several times within the last week, right? So it is not like fantasy land, okay? We have spoken about this 100K, this mysterious 100K for many, many years. And many people have doubted it. Even like Peter Schiff has come out and says, Bitcoin will never hit 100,000, ever. He's willing to bet whatever. That'll never hit 100,000, right? We have proven that wrong. Bitcoin can and has, right? And once we get past the shakeout, we'll break through. And by the end of this year, and we still have several weeks, we will get to a much higher point, right? But in the meantime, there will be volatility. There always is. And whenever there's dips, you gotta treat these opportunities as gifts because things are gonna get much, much more expensive. And again, how can anyone really be fearing Bitcoin at $98,000? The answer should be no one. So I don't know how else to put that, considering where we were just a few months ago, considering where we were at the beginning of the year, considering where we were last year. So it should be a non-question at this point. But, you know, just to reassure some people that are a little bit scared,